with peak enthusiasm. How you
Yes.
doing, Doc?
I'm great. Happy New Year. Happy New
Word
Year.
up.
Yes.
You sound
Uh,
thrilled, you
I
know?
am. It's great. I mean, it's whatever. I don't. I do love of the.
Sean, you made it 14 seconds into this.
I'm so sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. I am.
Oh my
Look,
God, that's great.
and the thing is, I love of the major holidays. New
Okay.
Year's is my favorite.
Okay. Oh, that's
Uh,
awesome. It shows. It shows.
yeah, can you tell? It is my favorite. And I hope for everyone, new beginnings, new blessings, that whatever it is that you're trying to manifest and you started this month, I hope it comes through in ways that you'd like it to come through. In tangible ways that you'd like your dreams to come true. I hope it happens this year. But, I mean, things didn't change overnight. I mean, my life is still what it was.
Oh man, that optimism pivot was strong. Uh, oh,
So,
that's beautiful. I actually thought about you during New Year's. My kid sister said she's gonna make a vision board.
oh, good for her.
Yeah, she's like, I read about him. She's like, I want to make my first one. So she's like really excited about this vision board thing.
Yeah, tell her to be as specific and detailed as possible.
Okay.
Because a vision board sometimes works like the monkey's paw, where you ask for a thing and it gives it to you, but at what cost? So, like, and if there's something that you're trying to manifest or something that you want and you want it to look a particular way, it may come to you, but you don't say that or you're not specific enough. It may come to you in a different way and you won't realize it's your blessing because it's not the way that you thought it would look.
Yeah. No, that's
So
fair.
write down how you want it to look. Write it down. Be specific.
Oh man, yeah, just add a lot of like clarifiers in the bottom of
Yes,
that. You know what I
absolutely.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. Uh I made a lot of plans for the New Year's.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I went resolution heavy.
Oh.
Um did a lot of like mental thinking. I had a lot of time too. I was headlining in Jersey.
Oh, right. I saw that. How did that go? On New Year's Eve?
Yeah, straight up. I did 5 shows for 3 days at
Okay.
a spot in Jersey, Stress Factory.
Right.
And I literally like I did the countdown with 2 other comics. Like we did the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 in front of 200 people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, straight up it was fun. It was fun. Different. Different.
Mhm.
Um it was just it's an experience, I would say. Like so first it was humbling, cuz I'm not a draw. So like
Wait, were you
Thursday
headlining?
I was headlining.
Okay.
So like Thursday, yo, reality check, Gastor, you funny but nobody knows.
Right.
So that
Yes.
was a reality check. Like essentially Thursday, I was like, why do I even do this?
Uh-huh. Yes.
Who needs me? Uh, Saturday, into the 2 New Year's Day, New Year's Eve shows. Pardon me.
Uh-huh.
Saturday, I was on like the high. I was like, yo, I don't know if there's anybody better than me.
Oh, wow.
So the whole spectrum, like I felt it during those 3 days.
What
Uh,
happened on Friday that got you from Thursday to Saturday?
well, because I felt like I cracked the code. Because like I've headlined a lot of shows, but it's
Mhm.
usually been like a one-off.
Mhm.
And also like they were like usually like for my crowd. Like it was people that came out to see me. Whereas
Mhm.
here, it was like people that came to a comedy show. I happen to
Right.
be headlining.
Yeah.
And like the energy is different for that. And there's things you have to do that admittedly, I've never had to use those muscles.
Right.
So Thursday, I did it wrong, plain and simple.
Okay.
There's
Okay.
just things that like, as soon as I got off stage, I was like, yep, I got to fix that. And
Mhm.
then Friday, I had 2 shows and I got it right. Like the first show, I fixed a lot. The second show went really well. So I was like,
Okay.
okay, yeah, I figured it out. And then I bodied one of the Saturday New Year's shows, and the other one went really well.
Uh-huh.
So I felt like, oh yeah, I got this. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Plus, my wife and kids weren't with me, so I was just allowed to be alone in my hubris for like 24 hours.
Right.
And that unchecked, admittedly, could get like a little far. Uh,
Sure.
you know,
Yeah.
like I know myself. Like when I'm down, I get really down. But like
Mhm.
when I'm good, like yo, I'm him in my head,
Yeah.
you know. So
Sure.
uh so I was that guy, just like walking around for like a solid 12 hours.
Mhm.
But yeah, I needed that. But most of the other time I spent it just meditating, trying to clarify what I want for the new year.
Mhm.
Essentially just trying to have that Saturday feeling for everything, you know?
Oh,
I,
okay.
I want to feel like I am him at all aspects of life. If I could like
Oh.
succinct it down. But yeah, I broke down like my whole like New Year's resolution things. I'm excited. You have New Year's resolutions?
No, I don't. No.
Why
No,
not,
I
Shaq?
don't. What? Give me a fucking break. I haven't yo,
Her
I'm
favorite holiday, people. Her
my
favorite holiday.
my favorite one. I what am I gonna change now? What am I gonna change now?
You don't
We can
believe in
work
like
on
we're
some
ever
things.
evolving and like,
Yeah, yeah, we are evolving, but it's not gonna be on some timetable. Do you know what I mean? It's not because, on this particular date, I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna" Are you? Because I feel like you've written that down before. I feel
Okay,
like you've done that before. You know what I mean? Like, I no, I have nothing against it. I think it's great, but I also am like, I will say this 3 more times in the year. I'll say
that's
this
fair.
again on my birthday. Here's what great, I made it another year. Here's what I'd like to do for you know what I mean? And then probably another time because I read a horoscope that was like, this is a great time to manifest something. I'm like, great, I'll do it now. Because I missed the boat in January and it's not quite August yet. Whatever. It's not. I will I don't know. But it's not I'm not really I don't really have like a okay, now I'm going that. Do you know last year, the beginning of 2022, I think, I
Yeah.
bought some membership at half off for some sort of like online kind of stretching or exercise just to help with mobility thing. A bunch of videos that you subscribe to for the year and all you need is a chair and a mat to sit on and the drive to do it. And guess what? I did not have the drive. I had the chair, I had the mat. I did not have the drive. And these motherfuckers had the nerve to hit me back up a couple of like a month ago like, "Hey girl, you want to sign up again?" I was like, "Have you not noticed that I did not open it one day?" I did
This
not
is not
open it
effective.
one time in the year that I paid for it. So guess what? No. And there was still a part of me that was like, just go ahead, save yourself some money, buy the lifetime membership, then you can just open it whenever you want. And I was like, or I cannot open it whenever I want after paying that money. No. Mm-mm.
Lesson learned.
Yeah. So I'm like, I got a mat and a chair. You know what? I'll work it out from there.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. I okay,
So,
I'm gonna share my stuff.
okay, what's yours?
All right. So look, I break down. I have like 5 like life categories. So I made like roughly one per category.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Like this is like it's a life philosophy I follow. Like if I'm happy with my family, with my friends, with my health, with my finances, and with my profession, I feel like I'm a happy person overall.
Okay.
And for the most part, I think I'm like If I'm honest, I would say I'm good with like 3 of these, and I have one that's okay and one that's bad that I
Oh,
wanna, like,
no.
work on.
Okay.
So, yeah, so, like, with the family thing, my New Year's resolution is to spend 3 individual days with the 3 people in my house, so 9 days total. I wanna, like, do, like, a special, like, day with Gabby, and I make sure we have, like, we that's the closest one that I nailed. For the most part last year, I think we did, like, 2 or 3 date nights. We usually do more, but just it didn't work out last year,
Mhm.
and I wanna make it a point to, like, get a quarterly date night where it's just me and her. This past year we went out monthly, but it was always like a family thing or a crew thing. I want to have like a quarterly, roughly like, hey, just me and you day. And I
Okay.
want to do the same with each kid. That's something that I haven't done recently. I feel like it's like always a family thing. And Gabby has a lot of moments where she gets to bond with them without me. Um, and I want to like start building individual bonds with them as well. So I want to have like once every like 4 months, I want to make sure I do an event where it's just me and Aiden and with me and Michaela. So we can have like our own time. I've noticed more and more that we have really cool individual relationships outside of the others.
Uh-huh.
And I want to like make sure that has time to grow.
Okay. I mean,
Right.
that sounds good. That sounds good.
Right. I think that sounds solid. Aspirationally, I would like to also say that I'll do one of these with my parents. That would be 11 days total. 3 for each of
Uh,
the people in my house, 1 for each parent. Um, I believe I could achieve that. I'm not gonna lie, like I'm gonna do that.
right,
Um,
right.
but I want to say that I'm gonna do that. My dad would be the easiest in terms of like the hang itself. Like it'll be the most fun. He's the most like me of all the people in the family. Um, my mom would be the most likely to say yes, but I have no idea what to do with her. That would be like me and her could chill solo. So I want to figure that out. But that would be the aspirational goal.
Okay. Well, I mean, with your mom, you do whatever the fuck she wants to do.
That's fair. But then I'ma hate it. But
Are
I
you
think that's
sure?
right.
Wait, why do you think you're gonna hate it?
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like my gut instinct would be like, oh, this is boring. I'm gonna leave. But it was my thing.
But
And I don't want to do that. I want to feel like we kicking it.
okay, but can you feel that while um doing something that she would enjoy? Would you be able to enjoy watching her enjoy a thing?
Oh, and that's the other thing. So that's fair. I think I can do that.
Uh-huh.
But if I'm really honest with myself, I don't know what mom enjoys.
I mean, yeah.
That's fair.
No no one knows what moms enjoy
Yeah.
because they make a point to make sure that you're okay.
Yeah. Like
So
I stumbled on like I invited them to the like 2 years ago I took them with me to like wine country. We
mhm.
was in the vineyards and
Right.
I stumbled onto that with them. Like they both had a blast there. Like they looked like they were in their element. You know what I mean? It
Mhm.
was like a mixture of like them becoming old money and also being from farm. So it was like a reminder of home and also like, oh, we belong here now.
Right, right.
So like they looked like way more comfortable there than even I did, even though like it was a thing I was introducing them to.
Sure,
Um,
sure.
but yeah, like if I was like, yo, mom, what are your hobbies? Like I would be learning that for the first time.
Well, I mean, that's the whole point of hanging out with her
Yeah, that's fair.
is to learn those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's not about what you've worked up for them to check that off of your list. You are also learning from them. So include that into the list. Include wiggle room into the list to learn from the people and learn about the people that you want to hang out with.
You think I'm editing my list right now. Okay. Ask what they want to do. Yeah, that's why you throw these things out there, okay? Now I mean, you gotta workshop these things, okay?
Yo, that's a wild edit. See what they want to do. That's part of my master plan to hang out and spend time with them. See what they want to do.
Yo,
Oh my
strong
gosh.
edit right there. You know what I mean? Solid note.
Oh my god.
Okay, so that's family. Friends.
Uh-huh.
Once a month, I want to call a friend I haven't spoken to in more than 6 months.
Okay.
I feel like that's a good, like if I any 6 months and up, I want to call one random friend that I haven't spoken to.
Right.
And during the course of the year, I would like to visit two out of state friends.
Okay.
Right. I think those are solid, healthy, they're achievable. And let me know if like something I'm saying is like, yeah, that's crazy. There's no way you're doing that.
Oh, I'll let you know.
Okay.
I mean, I just talked you into asking the people in your family what they want to do.
That seemed reasonable. I was like, yep, that's a good edit right there. Okay. uh, so health is the one I've struggled with the most.
Sure.
So I got two things here. One, I would like to lose 50 pounds this year.
Okay.
So that's probably going to be the biggest challenge of this whole list.
Mm-hmm.
And the other shouldn't be hard is I want to go to the doctor 3 times. That would be a sincere record for me.
Wait, what? What do you mean? Go to the doctor 3 times
Like I want to see a medical professional,
for 3 different things?
like anything, like checkups, 3 things. I don't go to
Okay.
doctors. Like last year, I went twice all year, and like both of them were after like October. Like I don't do
Okay.
doctors. Like some got to be
Okay.
like super wrong.
All right.
Um,
Okay. So then you need like a full body workup. You need a
for
whole.
sure,
They
hundred
need to
percent.
check your oil. They got to kick your tires. They got to do all this shit.
Yeah, nah. Like I know my something's wrong. I don't know what,
Okay.
but I
Well,
don't go often enough to check.
I'll tell you this: if you go in for just an all around physical,
Yeah.
that'll be your one trip, and I guarantee you, out of that one trip, there will be 2 more necessary trips.
There you
So
don't have
that
to
will
come
be,
back, homie.
yeah, that'll be very easy to knock out. Not just like, oh, okay, well, we noticed that this part of your body does that. You need to see this kind of doctor for that. Here's a referral.
Okay.
And we noticed this is going on over here. You need to see this kind of doctor for that. There's a referral for that. So boom, there's trips two
Okay.
and three.
Boom.
So, but
That's my
first,
agenda.
definitely get the whole thing where they take blood, they check all your blood, all the things.
Okay.
Like have them absolutely get that one done. And from there, you'll be able to grow into other doctor visits, I guess.
Yeah, because like the doctor keep trying to talk about other tests. I never give him that time. I'm like, yo, I'm here for my throat. You're like, yo, it's been a while. We should look at this. Is like, yo, my man, I don't need the
Yeah,
full menu. I just need this.
yeah, you need the full menu. You need
But
to
yeah,
know what's going on with you and your body and your blood and all that kind of shit.
yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, that I should add that. Gabby's been asking me for like 18 years now, to figure out my blood type. So I
Yo,
gotta,
that's hard. No
yeah.
doctor will just tell you that. Does she know
Yo,
hers?
yo,
They don't,
she
yeah,
knows her.
they don't.
She
How does
knows
she know her?
hers.
How does she know?
She acts like she does all that. Like she's on
Oh.
that. She
Mm-mm.
knows hers, and she knows the kids, and she knows what my possible two are because of hers and the kids.
Oh, okay,
So
so
she's
she
like,
knows science.
yeah, like she knows that shit.
Oh,
She's into it.
that's an issue, okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why I
no,
can't dodge it.
yeah, try to I mean, if you find out a way, for I mean, I don't know, I feel like I've asked and the doctor's just like, "Oh, that's not something we can just tell you." I'm like, "Are you sure?" 'Cause, I mean, you took a lot of it, I feel like somewhere you could put it in a microscope or something, and you just see little A's or B's floating by, like, you could tell me something, but, um, yeah, well, she probably, had to know what especially with the kids, because she was involved in the making of them,
Yeah.
and she probably got that information with early testing. But, yeah, so, yeah, see if you can figure that out, but also tell her that they not really necessarily in the business of just letting you know your blood type. I don't know why that is. It's insane that I'm saying that. And please, listeners, troops, correspondents, let me know how wrong I am. But I swear to you, let me know how wrong I am. But at the same time, go to your doctor and see if he's going to tell you what kind of type of blood you got if you don't
Yo,
know.
at the very least, they don't volunteer it.
They certainly don't.
Yeah, that ain't like an overshare ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, I'm with you. I need that.
Okay. All right.
Then so that covers 3. 4. For financials, I want to just track my receipts better. So like
Mm,
the second I
mhm.
do something, I want to take a picture of the receipt, upload it, so my accounting isn't crazy. Last year for tax season, getting my comedy stuff was a hassle, and I know I gave up money that I shouldn't have had to because I didn't track it from the beginning of the year. The
Uh-huh.
biggest one being like the mileage. I
Oh,
suck at
okay.
tracking that, so I want to
Yeah,
be on
yeah.
top of that from jump.
Right.
I do a pretty good job of that with the house, but I have opportunity with the comedy.
Mhm.
Then finally, professionally speaking,
Mhm.
I want to write 20 days a month.
Mhm.
I feel like that's a solid goal.
Okay.
What comes about that writing, I don't care. I have things I'd like to achieve, but I'm not like, yo, this is the goal. Like, I'd love to like finish the sugar, write a pilot, and like, work on a half or whatever, but I can't determine necessarily what my writing is gonna like go into, but I can determine that I write. So I figured 20 days a month is solid. That gives me room for like, oh, I'm sick, or like, oh, I have a weekend away.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna do like I'm gonna count them off.
Okay. Well,
So yeah.
that all sounds good to me for you. Absolutely. Because I know you like a list, you like a number of days to lock in on, you like having you're very goal oriented, you like a treat at the end, all of that. So
Hell yeah.
I think that all sounds fairly actually not very over the top. I truly expected something very over the top from you, but that all seems doable.
Yeah, I tried to be reasonable. I feel like
Yeah,
the challenge is all of them, if you will. Like that it's
sure.
more than one. But I felt
Mhm.
like each one was like reasonable. I tried to be like, overly ambitious, but like for example, I really wanted to put down like lotion every day, but I know I ain't gonna do that.
Well, I mean, put it somewhere. Put it under health.
Yeah, like it's on there. It's on my list of like things to work on.
Right.
I bought
Yeah.
a new scrub thing. Like it's not a loofah, it's like that Japanese thing with the that's like it's like the long like
Well,
strap.
oh, sure. Yeah. Right.
I'm trying. I'm adding to the game. Uh,
Okay.
what I mean? I got a little like bathroom bag now.
Oh,
You know what I
wow.
mean?
Okay.
So like
Yeah.
I go in there with an agenda now. I got like, you
That's
know,
good.
there's a there's equipment. So I
Right.
got
Right.
I'm in there focused. So I am
Okay.
like
Here's
working on it.
here's what I would say for you,
Talk to me.
especially when it comes to the family ones and the friends ones. Um, Make sure, and I mean, I already alluded to it by telling you to do what your mother wants to do and
Yeah.
you see what they want to do. Make sure you enjoy the moment and then later go, "Oh, that was my time with such and such."
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like, don't get so caught up on, "I'm trying to schedule the time with you so that I can mark it off my list," and instead, like, think about the what you're trying to achieve in spending the time with the people.
Yeah, that
Because
makes
you
sense.
may get an opportunity to spend time with one member of your family that you didn't have scheduled, but it's just how life happened,
Right.
and you're able to do that thing, and, just make sure you enjoy the time spent and that you're in that moment, and then later do the tallying.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, just make sure you appreciate that kinda stuff, not just because you got to mark it off of the list,
That
but
makes sense.
because you
Okay.
were in the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, that's I mean, otherwise, it seems fine.
Okay.
Everything else
We out
seems
here, baby.
good. Yeah, I
Holla.
think that's great. I mean, I think that's great.
Happy and
I mean,
healthy gas store in the new year, baby.
yeah. I mean, honestly, for me, it's just, Lord, I don't even know. I'm what I'm trying to work on. Ownership of stuff, being more assured about what it is, really trying to think about what I want, um, and not necessarily, trying to, I don't know, make others happy or make or whatever, just being pretty adamant about what it is I want, whatever the vision is that I have to trust it, to
Yeah.
trust the vision and go after the vision, whatever that vision may be. So that's it. Now I just need a few visions.
Oh yeah. That's it.
But otherwise, it's very broad. I can't lock in on a list of shit like that. When I make a list, it's literally day to day, and it's just things like, you know, wash clothes, or it's not like it's very
What's on your vision board? Laundry. You
yeah.
know
I
what
mean,
I
it's on there. I have a
mean?
post-it that literally says grocery shopping, laundry, um, do a facial, uh, cut and file your nails, answer emails. That was a It was a list for one day, and I just put it on my bulletin board, and I look at it every day, and I'm like, I need to do all those things today. Like, every day I need to do these things. So
Low key, that's some good like key to life right there. You just nail
yeah,
those, you good.
yeah, and so that's kind of what I'm working on right now.
Yeah, that's
Is
kind of fire.
not needing that 4-month-old post-it anymore.
Yo, real talk, I feel like you stumbled on like a life philosophy there. Like you can write a book over those 5 right there, the 5
Yeah,
keys.
perhaps. Anything is possible.
That's awesome. Well, let's get into the news and with the new year.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Now, I mean, let's do it up. Kicking off
Okay.
this year's, we got the host of a popular true crime podcast is facing backlash after asking listeners, which race do you prefer murder victims to be?
Whoa, hold on.
Came in strong, baby.
What?
Sword and Scale, the long-running true crime podcast, is under fire for a wildly insensitive Twitter poll conducted by the show's creator and host, Mike Boudet. When listening to a true crime podcast, which race do you prefer the murder victims to be? Boudet's Sword and Scale account tweeted on Monday. The poll came with 3 options: white, black, and indigenous.
Holy shit.
My man came in aggressive, yo.
You gotta be kidding me.
People is wild.
Come on, man.
People were shocked by the poll's strange and callous overtones. I think preferring any one type of person is completely fucked up, personally, and a really weird thing to ask, one person wrote. Yeah. The tweet
Yeah.
encapsulates several key ethical questions that have come up in recent years as the true crime genre has gained massive popularity. Experts have widely criticized true crime media for its outweighed focus on white victims. Boudet, however, questioned whether that had led to white crime victims no longer being covered. I've heard certain popular podcasts are no longer covering stories with white victims, he wrote in a follow-up tweet, so wondering if this is due to the audience's preferences. The
Oh my
viewer
God.
feedback appeared to have proven him wrong. With 3 hours left, the majority of the respondees, 67%, voted for white victims. Yo, y'all still winning. Followed by 19% black and 14% indigenous.
I
That is
why I don't Okay. All right, I'm just trying to get my thoughts together because this is wild business
yo.
here. Okay, so uh, uh, let me get this straight.
Mhm.
Your people are he's a little perturbed that people are like are spending too much time on white victims in the true crime. I I understand what the problem is. The problem is people are dying.
Right,
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. That crime is happening and people are dying.
right.
And so but how is that affecting the demographics of your podcast?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
sounds
look,
like it used to be mostly white victims
that they talked about.
that they talked about, and other podcasts have realized that that's the majority of podcasts,
Uh-huh.
and they've pivoted. So he wants to know if that's something he should keep in mind because of the audience's preferences. Like, are
Okay.
they preferring a more diverse victim?
Okay. Wow, this is where the diversity is. This is
Yeah,
what we've gone to. This is what we've gone to. Okay. So this is some weird convoluted anti-woke bullshit is what
Kinda,
this is.
yeah.
Ultimately, because I because I assume he's someone who really saw no color when it came to crime victims. But as it turned out,
I don't see white, I don't see
I
black, I
only see
see dead. You
I
know
see
what
I only see blood spatter is all I see. So
I
so he's being snarky with it. Like,
mean?
oh, so these other podcasts are now talking about black victims because and I'm sure I've seen this on Twitter. People are like, why are all the people on these true crime podcasts white? Why y'all only follow white folks? Because there's something to that in that if it's a popular enough podcast, if the popularity is big, people will throw resources into trying to solve it if it's something that hasn't been solved.
Right.
Right? So it gets the popularity, it gets the ears, it gets the eyes, it gets the attention. Meanwhile, there are plenty of uh, black, brown people who are being killed. Hey, look, people are murdered every day, B. And so someone I'm sure on Twitter mentioned that. And now this guy's like, oh, well, now these podcasts are all like, well, fine, then we'll just give you black victims since that's what you want, diversity. You know what? I'm so angry with people just being mad at the word diversity and doing things in bad faith because you guys want diversity. Oh, what? How is this even a problem? The problem is, why do y'all keep exploiting these crimes?
Word.
That's the problem. Why do y'all keep wanting to listen to crime stories? Is a little bit of a problem. And I say that as someone who has probably watched every episode of Law and Order Original Recipe. Um but like why is kind of I don't this for some reason that the idea of that tweet has blown my mind in a way that I did not think it would. I was just like, why do that? Why
What I
tweet that out?
enjoy is that so many people answered.
Oh, sure.
Like people read that and their first instinct wasn't, that's a weird question. It was like, I've been thinking of that too.
Yeah.
Like it ah I don't know, the word confuses me. I yeah, I don't get the fascination with this as much.
Yeah.
Weird thing. Admittedly, like, when I watch stuff that's related to crime, I just watch it because I'm impressed with criminals. I don't necessarily care what color they are. I just think, hey, that was dope. Well done. I can learn something from it, Um
Well done. That was dope is also a weird response to have to a murder story, but I mean, it's a bit more understandable than, oh, okay, I guess we'll just talk about dead black people now.
Yeah, go figure. Yeah, most of my
Uh,
crime stuff is definitely robbery related. So I think that's part of my,
oh yeah, sure. No,
yeah.
for
Like
you.
and
Yes.
I don't watch much murder stuff. That doesn't get like my juice. That just, like I had said.
Yeah.
But like,
It is a little weird. It is, I mean, I think it is. I'm really into true crime things. Uh, I, I, I think it is a little weird to be, that into it. It feels like to me.
yeah.
But I don't know. I don't want to yuck your yum. I also necessarily want to hear about it, but this tweet is insane and such a bratty white dude thing to do. Sorry, guy who wrote this tweet. He is a white guy, right?
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
he is. Yeah. What black guy would be? Well, you know what? I can't even say. Honestly, I can't call it. But like, what a weird. I don't like when people are smug or bratty, and this is a very bratty kind of smug thing to do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is just bullshit. Just say what you want to say. Quit trying to couch it in a fucking poll. Don't give me a poll. Don't see, well, this is what the people think. What do you think? I mean, I know what you think, but I need you to say it. Go on and say it. Go
Own it.
on. Go
Now
on.
me.
Own it. Own it. It's you. It's you. It's all you.
Don't hide behind these people.
Yeah, that's so stupid. That's so dumb. To fight for your right to only talk about white people being killed. It's so stupid. That's dumb. Yeah, good luck to you, buddy. It's so stupid.
In other news, Justin Bieber reportedly close to selling his catalog for $200 million. Justin is reportedly nearing a deal to sell his entire catalog of music for $200 million. The Canadian pop star is in talks with Hypnosis Capital to broker one of the biggest music rights acquisitions in the company's history. The deal would cover his full discography, which spans 6 albums and a number of one-off singles and collaborations. The same company purchased the catalog rights to Justin Timberlake's discography earlier this year for $100 million. As reported by Variety, Hypnosis also bought the
Oh no,
song.
that's Hypnosis.
That's Hypnosis. Oh, look, I know that's how you spell that, bro. That's what's
No.
up.
Okay, I'll tell you why. The word is hypnosis, right? But here's
Right.
how it's spelled for our listeners. HIPGNOSIS. So that's the word hip and the word gnosis.
No way I
And
was getting that.
yeah, I just looked at that and was like, "Oh, that's what that is." But that's cuz I honestly was just wondering who's buying these catalogs. Cuz this is a big thing that's happening. It is. It's a big thing that's happening with artists right now, right? Like Paul Simon sold his, Bruce Springsteen, I think Bob Dylan maybe I think sold his. It's like a big thing. It's to sell your catalog and but I've just been wondering like I get it with these older acts of people that the the understanding is that their catalogs are very important, expansive and important. But
Right.
but Justin Timberlake, like look,
Oh.
but Justin Timberlake, really? And I say that as, and I'm gonna say that right now. I'm gonna out myself. I enjoyed Justin Timberlake's music for the most part.
Right.
There are at least 2 albums out of the 5 he's put out. There are 2
Yeah.
that I'm like, no, and so I'm like, who needs that? Who needs? No one needed Man of the Woods. We didn't need it when it was released. So
That's fair.
why?
Fair.
Who's buying it and what are you going to do with it? What do you I'm just like who's buying these catalogs? Like Justin Bieber, like I'm not saying that it's not worth some money and I guess it's a good payout for him, but also who what are you going to who are these companies? What are they going to do with them? Just put them in a bunch of movies? Like wasn't that already I don't know. Like
But
there's talk of Future. I think Future maybe sold his catalog or something for a lot of money. And so artists are getting the bag in a way that they were not able to before.
mhm.
But I'm just like, who are the people buying them? What are the companies buying them? What are their plans with them? Or are they just like, I just cut me the check so I can live forever? And I'm like, look, Timberlake, you already had a movie in the fucking Trolls, a song in the fucking Trolls movie.
He's already
That's
living something. You
everywhere.
good.
You're fine. You are so set. I just heard that shit at a grocery store 3 days ago. You're
What
good.
what were you not able to buy? If
Right.
you needed the 100 million, they're like,
And if
yo,
it's and I mean, and even if it's not like a matter of you're already rich, what's the money for? I as a music fan, um, and a bit of a music nerd, I'm just wondering what who's buying these because I've never heard of Hypnosis Capital,
right.
right? And so if they buy Bieber and the only other thing they have is like, well, we also bought Justin Timberlake and Leonard Cohen's. So I'm like, well, one of those acts is considered very important in music, and it ain't Timberlake. So it ain't the Justins. But so what do you do? What is Hypnosis Capital going to do with this?
Listen, um, I've only few things. I'm mad right off the bat at Hypnosis Capital. I've only seen the Silent G thing in lasagna. So you know what I
It's
mean?
not. Oh yeah, okay, that's
Same
fair.
idea. I get it. G before the N, fine. But like that rule don't come up that often. I stop trying to catch me out there. Okay.
I have a very close friend who's a DJ, and his DJ name is Gnosis, and I'm pretty sure that's how I learned that word. It means knowledge, I think. But
So props to y'all. You got me. Okay. But if you've heard our other podcasts, I suck at pronouncing anyway. Okay.
yeah, so it wouldn't have
Hypnosis
mattered.
capital. Yeah, you won. Yeah, I feel you on this. I'm curious what's the plan here for these things. Um I guess like if I'm a musician of a certain level, I'm wondering if this is like a weird play for legacy.
Yeah.
Like, hey, listen, I've already made a ton of money. You're gonna give me more money,
Mhm.
and you are now incentivized to put my music in as many places as possible for you to make money off of my money.
Right.
And you have the resources to do that I don't. Or at the very least, the time to do that I don't. I
Mhm.
want to fucking chill. But I know that if someone is focused on doing that, even if I'm not making more money from it, you doing that continues to keep my name alive and
Sure.
hopefully builds my legacy in a weird way.
Yeah, but now you have no word on how your legacy can be built,
Yeah.
right? Because you sold it. So now they're gonna do whatever they do with it. So what happens if you find God, but your songs are known because of some, sexy movie? Now
Hell
what?
yeah. Word
You know
up.
what I mean? What happens then? I understand there's like it I know for artists there's an issue of just like your likeness being sold places and you know, bootleg like items being made with your name on it. You just slap Bieber on a I don't know, anything and people will buy it, but you don't see any of that money cuz you didn't okay it and all that kind of stuff. And that is tough to keep. You got to have a team of people just to keep on top of that shit. And that stuff can still happen. But I'm looking this article said I mean this Hypnosis Songs Capital company just started in 2021.
Yo.
So like what are y'all doing? You don't what's your historically what can you do with these songs?
Mm.
I just when they I don't know. Look, like ugh, I don't know. I don't know. So like when the albums are sold, if someone were even still buying CDs, which by the way everybody get back to buying CDs and DVDs because they yanking shit off of everything that's streaming. So if you really like it, fucking buy it.
Or
It's
you won't
time
hear it.
now. You ain't gonna hear it anymore. Them days is over. So buy it. But now where does that go? You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
who gets that? Are you still getting like points on album sales or no? Mm, I don't understand any of this.
You know what I'm curious about is like, so being real, I think these numbers sounded lower than I thought they would be as well. Like
Uh
they're
huh.
big numbers,
Right.
but like for the amount of hits that like Bieber has, I would have thought it was a bigger number.
I
Which
mean,
like the reason I bring it up is because like if I'm like rich, like if I got rich to a point to where I could like buy catalogs, I would
mm-hmm.
buy like really like niche catalogs.
Sure.
You know, like I would love to be like, yo, I paid like $400,000 and now like I own Shabam Sadiq. You know what I mean? Like all his music. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I
I don't
got it.
know who that is, but I bet you could probably call that person up right now and buy his stuff, knowing your taste. Everybody you like still rides the J train.
You heard Gastor bought Bahamadia whole catalog the other day? Crazy. You know what I mean? This is like, what does he use it for? He just plays it around the house, but he wanted it. You know what I mean? All his specials start with Bahamadia songs now. That's it.
Yo, that's absolutely I feel like that's doable.
Yo, real talk. I want to do
I
that.
feel like I feel like there's someone listening now who's like, I could put you in touch with Muhammad.
Yo,
like,
real talk.
right now.
See, that's some fly shit, yo. Like, and I feel like I can afford these numbers if we talking like this. Like, I can mortgage the house. You know what I mean?
Do not. Look, I feel like I should only have to say this once. Maybe I won't, though. Do not remortgage your house for Bahamadia's catalog. I'm just gonna throw that out there for you.
She
Do
had
what you
some
want with
classics,
that.
yo.
Yes, absolutely, she did. But maybe nah. But
Yes.
maybe nah.
You gonna see start my own shit. I'm gonna have my own hypnosis capital, but instead of like the G being silent, the G is gonna be the only letter you pronounce. You know what I mean? Is this hypnosis? Nah, just G capital. Ignore all the other letters, okay? We out here buying catalogs of people you have ignored, okay?
Oh my
Exclusively.
gosh.
But
Sure.
we ready. You know what I mean? Dude bought the Thursday How the Third catalog. It's crazy. I don't know what his plan is, but he's cornering the market on these niche rappers.
Oh my God.
In other news, airline mix-up sends couple's dog to Saudi Arabia instead
Oh,
of Nashville.
look, I spent the first half of my week in Atlanta staring at Twitter following the Southwest wackiness. Just like, yo, this is not good. This is bad news for them.
When so like people send us articles, you know, like throughout the
Mhm.
week. Some of them DM us on Instagram. Some people tag us on Twitter or whatever. And like when I saw this article, sitting with Gabby, I have not laughed harder in my life
Oh no,
than
don't
reading this.
laugh.
That is the fucking funniest like line, like article title I've ever read in my life. I felt terrible for the dog, but my God, that is freaking funny. I felt horrendous as a person, but man, I instantly just started laughing in the chat box. And
Okay, I'm just gonna repeat this headline. Airline mix-up sends couple's dog to Saudi Arabia instead of Nashville. Instead of Nashville. What kind of left turn?
yo, yeah, I started laughing so much, and then like I had to like I like had to walk it back because I didn't want like our correspondent to be like, this dude's a monster. Well, like,
Right, yes.
shouts to Brandy Spain for understanding. Like, yo, listen, that came out of nowhere. Like, I was having dinner with my wife, and then this airline, like, it felt like it just happened to me. You know, like they
Oh my God.
Bluebell, a Labrador mix, is still distressed weeks after the ordeal, her family says. A couple who recently moved from the United Kingdom to Nashville, Tennessee, says their beloved dog is still traumatized after after an airline mistake led to the pet being flown to Saudi Arabia instead. James Miller booked the flight on December 1st from London's Heathrow Airport to Nashville. His wife, Madison Miller, had flown to Nashville the previous day so she could prepare the home for Bluebell. The Miller's rescue Labrador mix was about 5 years old. James was traveling with British Airways, which requires pets to fly in a temperature-controlled cargo hold. But instead of being loaded into the Nashville-bound flight, poor Bluebell's crate was put on an airplane headed to Riyadh, the capital of Saudi Arabia. Because there are no direct flights between Riyadh and Nashville,
You
Bluebell.
don't say. Hold on. Hold the phone. There's no direct flight from Saudi Arabia to Nashville, Tennessee?
Nah, that's not a
Wow. Huh.
demo.
That's weird. That's weird.
Because
Who would
there's
have
no
thunk?
direct flights between Riyadh and Nashville, Bluebell had to fly back to London on the next available flight, then take a third international flight to Tennessee, including time spent waiting for flights. The journey took more than 60 hours.
This is terrible. I don't know how you're laughing so much, Gastor. You are a monster. I this
It's ridiculous, yo. Like, that's crazy.
You have a dark soul, man. I don't know about you. What a nightmare. What a
Oh my
nightmare.
god.
Jeez.
By the
What a
time
nightmare.
Bluebell got to Nashville, she was petrified, crying constantly. Madison Miller told the Huffington Post. We opened her crate and she bolted towards the parking lot. She wanted to get as far away as possible from the crate. Oh man.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
this is terrible for real. I am laughing because of how like insane this whole ordeal is. But man, I can't. I'm sorry. Wow, that's crazy. I
Wow. Okay, yeah. So it looks like the cargo company is like, "Hey, now, come on, we let her stretch her legs." But like,
I
y'all
mean, we
also
fed
put
her.
her on the wrong flight. Yeah, they're like they said she received refreshments frequently and had time outside to stretch her legs, including regular walks and 8 hours with the team at Heathrow Animal Reception Center who cared for her. But but Madison Miller said, based on her communication with British Airways at the time, her understanding is that Bluebell only received a 20-minute walk during her 27 hours in Saudi Arabia.
Yo,
Also, that while Bluebell had regular access to water, she could only be fed twice during the multi-day journey. Twice during the multi-day journey, since
yo.
animals are not allowed to have food in their crates while in transit. I'm gonna believe Miss Madison Miller and not the cargo company that put her on the wrong plane to begin with.
Mm-hmm. Real
Y'all
talk.
had no, we had a field. We had her running through the daisies while we were waiting to get her over to
Come on,
Nashville.
B.
Y'all stop bullshitting.
You ain't seen all the daisies at the airport in Saudi Arabia before?
Yeah.
Come on, B. That's what we do.
Oh man. Oh
This
god.
happens
I
so
hope
much. We have a special park there for the dogs that have
right.
been
Yeah,
misplaced.
because we can't put them on the right plane. So the
Oh my
accommodations are
god.
not, even though that's not where they were supposed to be. I hope Bluebell is okay.
Yeah,
I'm
real
worried
talk,
about
man.
Bluebell. I hope
Bluebell, I
she's
hope
all
you make
right.
it. You
Yeah.
deserve better. But yeah, that's terrible, B. I hope all the dogs get treated better going forward. You know what I mean? They changed the process, maybe make new regulations, call it the Bluebell rules, you know? Uh
I guess so.
this is crazy. I feel terrible. If I get canceled over this, I fully understand, sincerely. Uh, I cannot stop laughing at this article, but it is terrible. Like my heart, in my heart, I know this is wrong, but like in my
But
soul,
it
this is hysterical. Uh, I see the pictures of the dog, and like I'm genuinely like heartfelt, like sorrow, like that's fucked up that
right.
happened for the
Yeah.
dog. But like
But
reading this is an SNL sketch. That's fucking crazy. They just kept escalating the thing that went wrong.
oh wow.
Yo, that is banana. 60 hours.
Yo.
Shouts to Bluebell, man. You a trooper. Uh
Yeah, you probably still made it faster than anyone who was flying on Southwest last week. I'll tell you that. There are people who will never get their shit back. They will never get their shit back. That shit is done.
Yo, real talk.
Cooked.
They're not even suing for that much. The Millers are asking for $10,000 to cover expenses, including behavioral therapy for Bluebell, anxiety medications, and costs related to objects the dog has destroyed in their new home. Like, I don't even think that's that wild, quite honestly. I thought
No,
they were
that's
being
not.
reasonable. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. Cut him that check. Cut
Yo, that
them
should be
that
an
check.
auto cut.
Yeah, you should. That dog should have come with a check around the collar. Just a little barrel, and instead of it being whiskey, it's just like a bunch of money. Yeah, absolutely.
In other news, Kansas City Chiefs super fan arrested in Bixby for after allegedly robbing a bank. Kansas
Huh?
City Chiefs superfan is behind bars in Tulsa after Bixby police arrested him for allegedly robbing a bank. Xavier Babudar is known to thousands as the Chiefaholic, a Kansas City superfan who hasn't missed a game in years. Recognized by dressing as a wolf, Babudar has a large social media presence and routinely takes pictures with fellow fans at Kansas City Chiefs football games. So fans noticed when Babudar seemed absent from the Kansas City Chiefs game versus the Houston Texans. It came to light that Badubar had been arrested 2 days prior by Bixie police after allegedly robbing a bank. Bixie police said their officers captured him within 6 minutes. He wasn't caught in Texas. Our department caught him 6 minutes away in Oklahoma. Badubar pleaded not guilty. The reason he was caught is because he was wearing the mask
Mm-mm.
that he
Mm-mm.
wears to Kansas City
Mm-mm.
Chiefs games as a
Unaff- un-
chiefaholic during the robbery.
Unacceptable. Unacceptable. You gotta be kidding
Come
me.
on, my man.
Are you serious?
Straight up.
Do you think? Do you really think you're a wolf? What are you doing, sir? They'll never know. I have dozens of followers because pictures of me in the whole enchilada. I'm just gonna wear the head part and let me go on and hit this bank right quick. They'll never know. It's the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm in Texas. No one's ever heard of the other. No one in Texas has heard of Kansas City. You dummy. Why is everybody so dumb today? Why are they all dumb? What's happening? What's going on?
Come on, B. Now, I mean, you ruined a good thing.
Also, wait.
Now, there's tweets that like they apparently like people were looking back and like they might show like correlation between other robberies and him attending like high price games.
Wait, hold on. So he was bankrolling his dream to be a wolf for is it the Kansas City Chiefs?
Yeah. I don't even know what the relation is between a wolf and the Chiefs, but
Look,
yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, they can't be a chief because that might be questionable.
That's fair.
But,
you know what I mean? Good to know that he's politically
yeah,
aware.
But I guess, but maybe the wolf is for okay. Sometimes there's another animal that's affiliated with a team, even though that's not the mascot of the team.
Right. That's fair. Okay.
Like my roommate went to Auburn University.
Okay.
And they have a rallying cry of War Eagle.
Okay.
And they've got an eagle that they release at the football games that fly down and they go, War Eagle, and the eagle flies away or whatever. I guess it comes back eventually. But they're the Auburn Tigers.
Right.
And so I'm like, wait, y'all aren't the Eagles?
Nah.
And he's like, no, we're the Tigers. And I'm like, then why? Why would you do this to us? So maybe it's like that kind of thing. I'm sure there's some story that they tell their students as to why it's a war eagle, even though they're tigers. But I don't see eagles and tigers like really like getting along. I could be wrong, but I don't see how they work together to make sure that they can get into the SEC championship. I don't see where that has worked for him lately, so I don't know. But yeah, so I'm a little bit intrigued by this guy showing up as a wolf to steal from a bank and then going to a big expensive game still as the wolf. He must have thought he was invincible.
Yo, I can do all things, baby. You know what I mean?
Through this wolf who strengthens me.
Oh man, live your dreams, homie. I ain't even mad at this dude.
I am. Get off of the internet if you're going to do this shit, you dummy. Pick a different wolf. Pick a different wolf costume.
Real talk, man. Make the investment if this is your strategy. You know
I mean, if you're going to come up with this money, have your stealing wolf and then your celebrating wolf. And then
keep those two things separate, okay?
Yes, absolutely. Your work wife and then your regular wife, like that.
In other news, New York becomes the 6th U.S. state to greenlight human composting laws.
What?
New York has become the 6th state in the United States to legalize natural organic reduction, popularly known as human composting, as a method of burial. Democratic Governor Kathy Hochul, I never remember how to say her last name.
Yeah, me neither. I never hear it. I only read it.
Yeah, real talk. Yo.
I never. Yeah, she's not like Eric Adams out here making sure we know what his goddamn name is. She's.
Tell you, say what you want. He got brand, yo.
Yeah,
It's not a
that's
good
true.
one, but he do.
It's not, but the whole country knows him.
She signed into legislation this week. Washington was the first state to legalize human composting in 2019, followed
Yeah,
by
they're a bunch of
Colorado,
hippies. Yeah, and they're all high. Yeah, this
Oregon,
tracks.
Vermont, and Cali.
All the hippies. All the
hippies. I am committed to having my body composted, and my family knows that. Howard Fisher said, a 63-year-old investor living north of New York City. Whatever my family chooses to do with that compost after it's done is up to them. The alternative green method of burial aligns with Fisher's philosophical view on life, to live in an environmentally conscious way. The process involves the body of the deceased being placed into a reusable vessel, along with plant material with such as wood chips, alfalfa, and straw. I didn't know that was a real word. I just knew that dude from the movie.
Okay, you know what? There's so much to unpack there that I don't even have time for it. I'm gonna table that. I'm gonna put a pin in that.
But the organic mix creates the perfect habitat for naturally occurring microbes to do their work quickly and efficiently, breaking down the body. In about a month's time, the end result is a cubic yard stack of nutrient-dense soil amendment, the equivalent of about 36 bags of soil that can be used to plant trees or enrich conservation land, forests, and gardens.
Okay. First thing, a reusable container?
You've been buried in this, your grandmama been buried in this, and your great-grandmother
Right.
been buried in this, okay?
That's just, yeah. I mean, if I'm trying to become one with the earth, I don't want to then have this container left over. Like, there's no kind of cardboard that could break down or something.
Real
There's got to
talk.
be something. Don't they make one of these bags that you could, whatever. I'm sure there's a expensive lotion store somewhere that has a bag that's biodegradable, and I feel like maybe we should put the body in that.
Hey, there you go. I do like
at
the
fir-
idea of like being put in a casket and like they seal it with like that Amazon delivery tape that like you can rip open with your hands. You know, like, you ain't gonna be in there long. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna get duct tape. You know what I mean?
Right?
We'll
Yeah,
seal that
sure.
shit. You know?
I mean, it's not a bad idea, and it's a way to use the body while you get rid of the body, and you don't have to really get rid of anything else except the stupid container. But yeah, so I'm kind of all for it in that way, if only because I don't know what to do with ashes all the time. You know what I mean?
Oh.
If you don't leave where you want your ashes sprinkled, they're going to end up in a storage unit. So think that through, everybody. Think that through.
You get real talk. Somebody leave me ashes, you getting pawned. Okay, I'm gonna turn you into a diamond, and I'm gonna cash you in.
You think?
Straight
Well,
up.
I hope that you have the kind of person. If you're turned into a diamond, I hope you have the kind of personality that can help that diamond shine, and not be just a dull, dull diamond.
You were dull in real life, and you were dull diamond. Okay.
Yeah. Wow. We pressed her down. It turned out she's a cubic zirconian. Turns out she is merely a rhinestone. So.
Oh man.
Wow. It's not a bad idea, I guess. You know, I'm sure we're just walking on the bodies of other people anyway, everywhere we go.
Real
So
talk.
we might as well have a place to do it in a nice way.
Yeah, I'm on board with this. I like this whole idea.
Yeah, it's not bad. Giving back to the earth. My concern is that knowing what I've put in my body, that I will not biodegrade.
She's been there 4 months, B. Still nothing.
I will just turn into a canister of Pringles. Well, we checked, but she's nothing but a couple of little Debbie snack cakes and a bag of sour cream and onion chips. I don't know what to do with this.
Oh man, I love that. Oh man, that's beautiful. I would wonder if like certain things don't biodegrade. You're right.
Yeah, and I mean, not that I know anyone who's ever used cocaine. Just 'cause I don't, and I mean, I don't even know where you get it. So, I'm like, "Well, if I don't know where to get it, no one knows where to get it," which is, turns out a big old lie. Everyone else seems to know where to get it. Um, but what are their bodies doing? I know people have put so much stuff in their bodies. What about the Botox people or the implants? Think of the bodies that decompose and all that's left is whatever they've shot into them for a BBL
Yo, real talk.
or for titties, just like lumps of of whatever that is. Just in the dirt, sifting in the dirt. Do they have biodegradable BBLs? Now we
Now
talking.
we talking.
Okay.
Hell
Now
yeah.
we talking.
I
Yeah.
love that. It's like
Okay.
BBL and like Nuva rings being left over.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Man, sometimes we stumble upon business ideas and it scares me. It scares me. It really does.
Niche market, baby, okay? But that's the key
Oh
to
man.
success, you know? Uh,
Is it biodegradable Nuva rings? Actually, no, now that I say it out loud,
I'm
that is doable. I
real
could see.
talk. That sound dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
I'm telling you. I think it's low key a business idea that's come. This time has come. Okay. Because you never got to take it out.
No, I guess not.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, I think it's
It's
dope.
I mean, I guess not. It will just fade away. I mean, the effectiveness of it, it won't be as effective at a certain point.
Yeah,
You may need to
that is a concern. Like I don't want like
Yeah.
year 10 it being like 60% effective, you know? It's just, you know, but you got to double up the last 2 years, so you got overlap. But other than
Yeah,
that,
but then I don't want someone to have just a bunch of Nuva rings around them like those indigenous people with rings around their neck. I don't want that to be the case.
We could tell how old this lady was based on the Nuva rings. To
Right,
see.
we cut her in half and we counted the rings.
Finally, 63% of men use dating to become a better version of themselves for the other person, and it could feel like a therapy session. The experience of
Uh-huh,
dating is more rewarding for men than it is for women.
uh-huh.
The report surveyed more than 5,000 singles between the ages of 18 and 98. They
Oh,
wow,
shit!
yo, they did work.
That's all of them. That's all of them. That's the whole range. 98,
Yeah,
god
they
damn.
reached. Okay, I like that. This is
Uh-huh.
inclusive. Whopping 63% of men said dating helps them be a better version of themselves, but only 46% of women said the same. And 44% of men said dating over the last year helped them grow and improve as a person. Just 35% of women had the same sentiment. Why are men leaving dates more self actualized than women? Perhaps because they are using their date as free therapy and women are noticing. Yo. I
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm not in the
Wow.
dating market, but I can see
Mm-mm.
this for sure. Uh,
Yeah, well, I've certainly, gussied up a few homes and then put them back out on the market. I've definitely I mean I have a whole joke about the last dude I dated. The person he left me for, he married within months, and I'm like, "God damn, I didn't even really get to rehab you the way you needed to be rehabbed."
She just saw the potential. Nah, we good. I'll take that off the market.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Listen,
Ugh.
I tell Gabby all the time, like I am fully uh appreciative of every ex-girlfriend I had. They made me better as
Mhm.
people. But admittedly, I at least waited until we were dating. This is aggressive. Y'all just out here just asking for help first date.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, yeah, I look, I don't date much. It's not that I don't care for it. I'm not sure if I'm even really good at it because I don't do it very much. It seems like a lot of work and I don't know if I have it in me. But but it's I could see I definitely understand the feeling of just like, you know, you're you're talking to this guy and, if you have any sort of nurturing bone in your body, you're talking out whatever their issues are. You're taking an interest, and women show their interest in a different way than men do. And then just having them go on, and you're just like, you're left a little bit as a shell. Not every time,
Right.
that's not all the time, but if it happens to you enough, you just kind of shut it down, which is why there are so many women who are just like, yeah, I don't know if I feel like a better person, because they've lost so many parts of them along the way. While these guys are just skipping around to the next one, like, I wonder if this one can help me with my issue about my parents or whatever, like yeah, it's very, it it sucks. And not like, and not just in like a "that sucks" kind of way, but in like a, it sucks your soul out. It sucks
Mm.
a little bit of your soul out every once in a while. And so I envious of anyone who goes through a breakup that really, really hurt, and then they're able to find anyone else. Because I have to crawl under years. And I am also a little reticent out and finding anyone. And I let a lot of time go, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm a catch. I don't know. I don't know if I'm necessarily a catch and release or a catch at all or anything like that. So it definitely has messed with me. Oh, maybe that should be something I try to attack and work on this year. Maybe I'll try to go on a date for 2023.
Okay, there you go.
I don't know. The issue, honestly, I'll say this about the year, is that I don't like the number 23.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't like how it sits together. I don't
Oh.
know.
Yo.
I don't know. I don't know. There's something about the year where I'm like, 23. Sometimes there are just numbers that don't hit me right.
Okay.
I like 22 because there's two of them. I like the number 2 and the number 3, fine, but 23 together just doesn't really do anything for me. So I'm a little worried that I'm not going to get anything done in this year because I don't like the number 23, because I'm that kind of bitch who's like, nah, 24 is when it's going to pop because I like 24.
You're not big on sports? You don't no?
You know what? I truly forgot about that.
Yeah. 23 is a
Yeah,
huge sports number.
no. Yeah, I know it is. They can have it. I don't think it's a great number. I don't care. I also feel like every basketball player is number 23.
Yeah.
Every one of them pick it. And I'm like, well, how are all of you 23? That makes no sense. Yeah, so it means, yeah, so a lot of people are having their Jordan year or whatever, but I'm like, I don't care. I don't like the number.
If you would like for it to be 2024 for Shalewa only, okay?
Yeah.
So she
Can
can
I
have
just
her
jump
year.
ahead?
All you gotta do is
Yeah.
like, subscribe to the show, baby. If you are an Apple or Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars. You a hater. You want it to be a Jordan year, even though she's not a Jordan fan. Okay?
Wait. It's not that I'm a Jordan fan. I kind of don't care.
She don't
But
care.
I just don't like the number 23 like y'all do. How
That's
about
it, baby.
Whatever.
It's
Yeah.
yours. You own it, okay? Give her 24.
Again, what do I know? I like Steve Nash. What do I know?
5 stars. It is 2024 going forward. You know what I mean?
Mhm,
Because we want it to be. Okay?
Yes.
Why not? I identify as a 2024. Okay? That's what we doing.
Yep. Yeah.
If you have any articles you want to share, please DM us directly on Twitter or Instagram at Silky Jumbo, at Gastor Almonte. Shouts this week to Brandy Spain, Bishop, Anna, and Lori McDaniels for sharing articles. Much appreciated. Also, just in general, shout outs to a lot of people that like throughout the year. I didn't get, like Bishop, Anna, Lori McDaniels, Black Girl Green World, FCVLJ, Voodoo, Amazing H Kit, Brandy Spain, Iron Fist Mom, Jenny Dar, Damara Scotland, Stephanie Gale, Aaron Anderson, This is Des, Mommy Marie, Ellen Middar, McKendy, Just Knowledge and Love, Bob Catface, Call Me Uzi, Shannon Lemoyne, Ashley Helen, Elisa Denmark, Davida, Karanis, Kimmy Marie. This is Des. I feel like I got those correct. If I missaid that, my bad. but I wanted to show love because all y'all shared articles this year. And I
Thank
think
you
that,
so much,
yo,
correspondence.
real talk, y'all rock. And spot extra props to the Denzel Gray, Cynthia Pong, Rebecca Lazur, Megan Maxwell, Jennifer Leach, Shannon Lemoyne, and Tommy White for supporting the show directly. Much appreciate all of y'all sincerely. I ain't want the year to go on without like calling all y'all out. Y'all make the podcast substantially easier to run. And if you've seen Shalewa and I's technical abilities, you know that we need all the help we can get.
Oh, man.
So yeah, y'all rock.
Oh boy.
With all that said, I am constantly looking for help. Despite, and I don't have all the resources. Apparently, I can't date, so like I need all the help I can get. Gastor Almonte, okay, with the soon-to-be calendar full of dates. Shalewa Sharpe. That's right. I'm putting it out there. Shalewa was going on 6 dates this year. Okay.
Oh wow.
Real
Okay.
talk, I see that.
Let's make it. Wait. Let's make it 7. 7's my second favorite number.
7 dates this year. Okay.
7 dates.
7 dates. Once every 2 months minimum.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean? And a random 2-month stretch she's gonna double up.
Well, I better write this down on a Post-it.
7 dates in the new year, 2024, baby. It's gonna be a great week, okay? Catch y'all next time. Peace.